Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about my personal literacy project. So my name is Destiny, and today I am going to be showing you guys how to make a fishtail braid. So a fishtail braid may look and seem complicated, but it is actually very simple and just takes practice. A fishtail braid is a little bit more different from a regular basic braid, based on the fact that a regular braid uses 3 strands and a fishtail braid only uses 2. Even though it is the same concept of the actual braid, it only starts with 2 and it could get a little bit confusing if you don't do the right steps properly. So on the screen I have found a step-by-step representation on how to make a fish braid. So for step 1, in the image, it shows that they tied the hair in place. You could do that, or you could just start with like step 2. So for step 1, if you choose to keep it more secure, is by brushing the hair and smoothing it into a low ponytail on one side. And then so from there, you go to step 2, which is to apply a dab of styling cream to your fingertips for control so it won't get too messy, and then separate a small section of the top of your pony into 2. So she separated her hair into 2 different strands. In step 3, you take a thin section from underneath each side and cross them over each other without letting go of your original 2 sections. So basically what that's saying is you get your 2 strands, cross one side over to the other, and when you cross the other side over to the other, make sure you add a section of hair wherever the direction of travel you're going in. So step 4, you pull the 4 sections together to make 2. Be sure to hold the strands to keep them from coming loose. So when you are crossing over the sections of the hair, you got to make sure you tighten it a bit so you could always end up with 2. In step 5, you continue crisscrossing sections down your pony. Secure the braid with an elastic about 1 to 2 inches from your ends. So in step 5, it kind of shows the process of how you are forming the 3-strand regular braid. And in step 6, you could also spray your braid with some dry shampoo, and then what I usually always generally do so the fishtail doesn't look too tight, unless you could always leave it like that, there's nothing wrong with it. But to make it more like a loose, messier look, you could always pull out the fish braid apart. So the process again, you take 2 pieces of hair, you cross small pieces of the hair over to the center, and every time you're going to add a new small piece of hair when you continue down to the braid. So on the image on the left, I divided the hair into 2, and then I'm going to show you this short little video of how you cross over the hair when you're adding. So as you see, start with 2, cross, and then get another section, cross, and then you would pull. And then you would just continue that process all the way down to the braid. I'm sorry I don't have a better video of that. Next slide. So in the end, the final result, you should get something like this. I've noticed while making fishtail braids, it does depend on the outcome of how you do it. So for this one, I started just in the back compared to the side in one of the first slides. And I did the fishtail braid on my sister, and I noticed she has thicker hair and has layers. So like it was kind of hard to gather all the pieces together without it all sticking out. But this is the best product that I could get, and as you could tell, it doesn't look that bad. The reason why this is my personal influence is because it's something I enjoy doing in my free time. I have enjoyment and it kind of relaxes me. And I also like to make other people happy when I do their hair. Um, I've had done several different styles that I didn't have a picture of. It's this one right here to the left, which was a crisscross braid from one side to the other, and then you could use some like beach wave curls or stuff like that. And this one was more of an updo, and this one took a little bit more time consuming, but it wasn't that bad. And these are the different hairstyles that I have done that I have taken pictures of. As you could tell on this one, it was more of like a pin to the side and with curls, and this is kind of the back of it. You can't really see much of it, but it was a braid. And then there was also this one right here, and it had a braid with a bump and some curls. And